turns out that Tom and Jerry are actually masters of apple farming. All they need to do is eat an apple, spit out the core, and then chase rain clouds around. Just like that, they can achieve fully automatic apple planting. Even when mountains block their way, Tom always has a plan. He spots a bouncing little lamb and decides to make it his mount. His method? Hanging an apple in front of the lamb to lure it forward. But before long, Tom is tossed aside and abandoned. Helpless, Tom can only hop on a handcar with Jerry, continuing their chase after the rain clouds, all for the dream of covering the world with their apple orchards. Although they're completely exhausted, Tom and Jerry keep working tirelessly, planting apple trees everywhere. Even the rain clouds are so scared of them that they flee in panic. Before long, the seasons pass, and it's apple harvest time. The mountains and fields are now filled with Tom's apple trees. With these apples, Tom upgrades his small house into a grand villa, while his best partner, Jerry, builds himself a cozy apple cottage. Jerry even raises a tiny puppy, but don't let its size fool you. Its appetite is enormous. It can devour an 8-pound steak in just 1 second. This makes Tom, as a fellow family member, very unhappy, determined to drive the puppy away. Tom is shocked when the pup doesn't just eat steak, it bites him too. In only 2.5 seconds, Tom is left as nothing but a pile of fur. Since brute force doesn't work, Tom grabs a can of pepper spray. To be safe, he first tests it on a stray dog. Perfect results. With his newfound confidence, Tom sprays himself left and right, creating a protective shield. This time, when he faces the puppy again, the pup can't break through the barrier and even gets dizzy from the smell. Victorious, Tom smugly captures Jerry, planning to turn him into a delicious sandwich. But just in time, Jerry blows his whistle to summon the puppy. Unbelievably, the clever pup clamps its nose shut with a clip, then dives into Tom's mouth and rescues Jerry. Frustrated, Tom resorts to his ultimate move, hiding a bomb inside a bone. But to his surprise, the puppy swallows it whole and remains completely unharmed. Still, Tom is the undefeated mouse-catching champion, and he knows puppies can't resist chasing sticks. He throws one into a safe, and when the puppy runs inside to fetch it, Tom slams the door shut. Then he buries the safe deep underground, convinced that without the puppy, Jerry will finally be his. But Jerry's pup digs a tunnel in no time and rescues him again, defeating Tom in just 2.5 seconds. At this point, Tom gives up, puts on some music, and tries to sleep. But even in his dreams, he can't escape the puppy's chase. One day, after drinking waterfall water, Tom transforms into a massive 400-pound fat cat. Meanwhile, Spike is overjoyed when Jerry gives him a special gift, a pure gold bone. The story behind this begins with Tom's treasure hunt. After endless struggles, Tom finally discovers a treasure chest. Just as he thinks he can live a life of luxury, he hears a familiar sound from inside the chest. He opens it, and of course, Jerry has been hiding inside all along. Furious, Tom tosses Jerry aside and pulls out weapons from the chest. Jerry refuses to give up the treasure so easily, so he dives in too, arming himself for battle. Though Jerry has only a dagger while Tom wields a broadsword, Tom is clearly stronger. But just when victory seems certain, a gang of pirates shows up behind Tom. They unleash their lion's roar, warning Tom to back off. Tom, unfazed, offers them a gemstone. But the pirates don't want petty loot. They want the whole chest. At that very moment, the treasure chest begins to move on its own. Jerry seizes the chance, carrying the chest, 100 times heavier than himself, onto a ship. Tom rushes to chase him, rowing furiously, but his boat sinks within meters. Luckily, he manages to swim back to shore while Jerry escapes on a cargo ship with the help of a whale spout. Unwilling to give up, Tom ties himself to a palm tree, hoping to slingshot toward the ship, but Spike appears, and both of them are catapulted away. By sheer coincidence, Spike lands right in front of Jerry. Knowing he can't defeat Spike, Jerry offers him a golden bone from the treasure chest. Just then, Tom falls from the sky, landing on the bone. Furious, Spike refuses to let anyone take his prize. In the end, Tom is forced into becoming the cargo ship's cleaner, while Jerry becomes its captain. Even though Tom pushes Spike around, sometimes even stepping on his back, Spike doesn't dare fight back. But when Tuffy, the little gray mouse, sees this injustice, she steps in to protect Spike. Jerry, however, doesn't want her to risk danger. Still, Tuffy blows a whistle and Tom runs away in terror. Who would have thought Spike would one day need Tuffy's help? With just a little effort, Tuffy smashes Tom so hard he flies thousands of miles away, landing right where Butch, the alley cat, is recovering from his own beating by Tuffy. The two cats quickly team up, plotting to take her down together. While Tuffy trains alone, Butch tosses a bone to lure her. Strangely, Tuffy, who usually loves cheese, is tempted by the bone instead. In 2.5 seconds, Tom traps her in an iron cage and secures it tightly with celestial chains. With their greatest opponent captured, Tom and Butch celebrate, eating food and watching videos. But they underestimate Jerry, the master lockpicker. While they sleep, Jerry easily unlocks the chains with his tail and frees Tuffy. Now free, Tuffy and Jerry march toward Tom with no mercy. Shockingly, Tuffy's powerful strikes have no effect on Tom. Jerry grabs Tuffy and flees, while Tom, still clueless, turns his bullying back on Spike, convinced the real fighter was Tuffy all along. Unfortunately for Tom, Spike's strength returns, and the tables turn once again. Just like that. What goes around, comes around. Tom's luck has run out once more.